Welcome to E3. The crowd gathers and marches to Los Angeles to go to the Electronic Entertainment Expo, the world's biggest collection of video game and news. As you can see, the fans have gathered rank and file to celebrate and enjoy the greatest in video games for the year. Reveals, surprises, exclusives. Much fun will be had. Look at them waving to the crowds. Onlookers are jealous of those who get into the LA Convention Center. Millions gather together. Fans of all companies and genres, waving, cheering for the favorite games to be shown. Every morsel of information needs more excitement and hype for each gamer, of all ages. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 will make an appearance. Who knows? Only time will tell. But as the greatest companies gather together in one place, the diehards can only think of one thing: war! Yes, that's right, war is upon us. EA, Ubisoft, Bethesda, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, and the PC shall all battle for supremacy. Who shall be the victor? Find out in early June. Get your papers, read all about it. Buy a corned beef sandwich for a nickel. The great E3 war is upon us. Which side will you be on? Hi everyone. This was not originally my plan for a video this week, but you're watching it. It is now. I made it, so there you go. Sometimes you plan, and sometimes you just get some inspiration to do stuff, and then you realize that you're taking off time for E3, and then you probably should put out the pre-E3 video, relatively soon, so it can be watched and whatever. Every year, I usually do predictions, and I really like betting, whether it be in written form or video form or with friends or over a podcast. I've been doing it for, oh my god, not most of my life, but at least half of my life. Because this really is the greatest time of year. Well, not summer. Summer is actually the worst time of year, but just E3. E3 in general, for sure. And I really hate all holidays. Well, most holidays. I have just a lot of disdain for them. They just ruin everything, and I hate them. But E3 is like this magical special holiday that when you know about it, you go through the 9 3/4, magical door that only people who know about it go through, and then it's this amazing thing, and to everyone else it's just what? It's June, it's hot. So this year I figured I would do something different. I would give a strategic battle plan, a game plan for each gaming company on how to quote-unquote win E3. You're not really gonna win it. There's usually just gonna be one major thing everyone talks about. But just how to dominate E3, how to have a great E3, how to really impress and get people talking about you. Microsoft figured it would move its date back, so people would be talking about it more, which I guess makes sense, which makes E3 longer, which is cool. I'm sure it is a huge headache for people booking flights and stuff, but and then EA one-upped them and went even earlier, but let's start with EA. EA, what you need to do, in general, this is just general advice for you, not even about E3, stop sucking. That would be good. Stop killing off franchises in really dumb ways, like Activision. You don't need to run Tony Hawk into the ground. That's not a good strategy. So don't do that with, any of your franchises, which you seem to just sort of be doing anyways, for this weird bottom line. Everything's got to be a fucking blockbuster. I know you don't want to make anything that doesn't perform, but fucking manage expectations. It's okay to have mid-sized things as long as you make a profit. You don't turn Dead Space into this big fucking production, just Skate doesn't need to be a fucking blockbuster. Mass Effect can be delayed. It can come out later. It can be finished, for Christ's sake. Anyways, just make people excited, I guess, is your game plan. Because, like, we know most of the stuff you're coming out with. Most of the stuff is sports, and it's Star Wars, and, I don't know, have some new stuff. Like, show off BioWare's new thing. Make sure Criterion's not dead. Make Need for Speed cool. Do something new with that. Dragon Age, make that exciting. Just new. I feel like I'm going to be very redundant in telling most of these companies to just bring us new, exciting stuff. Not necessarily like new IP, but just please show us that you're working on more stuff than we know about already, because I feel like most of the major games coming out this fall we've heard about or has been leaked already, and all of those sales are going to be cannibalized by Red Dead 2. So, like, let's be honest, like, you're not going to try to slip in, your fucking game in between shit like that and Battlefront and Call of Duty. So, whatever. Ubisoft, your game plan, stop leaking. Please stop sharing all of your crap, whether intentionally or unintentionally. If you had just hit us at E3 with, like, South Park, boom, release day, that would have been awesome. Far Cry 5, boom, Montana, that would have been awesome. Assassin's Creed, boom, it's in Egypt and there's boats. Boom, Rabbids RPG with Mario. Like, that would have been a killer show. We know about every single one of these things. What the fuck are you doing? Like, I know you have a gazillion studios around the world, and it's very hard to manage so many employees. Stop leaking. Rockstar doesn't leak, for the most part. There are a few companies that do not leak. Valve does not leak. Well, they're not working on anything, but that's, besides the point. Just stop leaking. Really. And again, for everyone, all these companies. Bethesda, stop disappointing people. And I say that because your dumb review policy is stupid, and it clearly backfired on Prey. I want to buy and play that game. I'm going to do what you so you don't get any of the profits, because fuck you. But don't disappoint us and underwhelm us. I didn't like Fallout 4, and I'm a huge Fallout guy, but that game is maybe the most disappointing game I have ever played. Having gone from the heights of 3 in New Vegas to that. I like Dishonored 2. It wasn't as good as Dishonored 1. I don't know, Quake seems fine. Like, again, I feel like I know what you're going to bring to the table. Like, Evil Within 2. Yeah, alright. Fine. Wolfenstein 2, great, okay. Just make the games finished and fucking release them and let reviewers review them early, And Todd Howard, if you want to bring something nice and apologize for putting in all that dumb shit into Fallout 4, like building a town no one did, or the dumb fucking legendary creatures that gain their health back when you kill them. Why? What are you doing? Whatever. Anyways, let's go to Microsoft. Microsoft, your game plan. Do not make it all about Scorpio. I know you want to sell Scorpio. I know this is your next thing. It is the future. You have to put all of your eggs into that basket. Don't do it at E3. Do it like a week before. Make your show about games, for the love of God. You keep canceling games. You keep closing studios. I don't know what's coming out this year. You're teasing a Halo thing. I don't give a fuck. Do Halo 6 next year. Do Gears the next year. Just please tell us that you're working on something else behind the scenes. I know about Crackdown. I hope it's ready to go. I know about Sea of Thieves. I'm sure people are playing in a private alpha. Do not make it all about Scorpio. Do not make that whole show like, hey, here's all your old games look better. Hey, everyone, this console's awesome. It probably is awesome. It is probably going to be expensive, and it'd probably be great for people who want it and down the line when all of us buy 4K TVs. No one has 4K TVs. I know you want to fucking future-proof. Just don't make it about the goddamn console. Just make it about... have tricks up your sleeve. If you don't have tricks up your sleeve, you're dead in the water. This is either going to be your best E3 or your worst E3. Either this is the thing that, like, makes it for you or breaks it for you, honestly. Because I just don't see how, like, a B- mediocre, okay E3 this year is going to get it done. Because we're going to transition to Sony now. Sony doesn't have to lift a finger and they're beating you 2-1. They're going to release, like, 2 to 3 amazing exclusives in the beginning of the year, have nothing in the fall, have nothing around Christmas time except for third-party licensing deals. Exclusive content for Destiny and Call of Duty and whatever. Because they earned it, because they beat you. And they're just going to show off games like 5 years down the road because they can just do that. They're in it for the show and for the excitement and for the reveals and for the word of mouth. They are not in it to show what's coming out this fall. And I know Microsoft, that's your usual MO, but when you don't have bullets in the chamber, you don't have that ammo, it's sort of hard because Sony this is your game plan. Make fans' dreams come true. That's all you do. All you do is make people's dreams come true. And 2 weeks later, you think, Shenmue 3 probably is coming to other consoles, and it's actually not even a game yet, and I have to pay for it. Or like, I guess those Square Enix games are coming to Xbox as well. But like, in the moment, they're amazing. Oh wow, Crash is back, and then 2 weeks later, I don't want to play fucking Crash. So yeah, just keep doing that, because it works. Last of Us and God of War and Spider-Man, and I'm sure there's new stuff from Sucker Punch and whatever. By the way, can you just like do something about Days Gone, please? Because like that, just what the fuck? I don't know what that is. I'm not excited. Zombies are just stop it. You already have one zombie franchise. Do something different with it. Delay it, or just change the name, or put in superpowers. That game looks super lame. You can't end your press conference on that. So your game plan is to make people's dreams come true, show Half-Life or fucking Kingdom Hearts 3, and then just don't show Days Gone at all. Maybe just start with it, or I don't know. I don't know what to do with that game. Nintendo, your game plan. Make products, sell them to people, ship them to people. I'm sure you're working on stuff. I'm sure you're producing things in a factory. You're not doing either really well. It seems like you exerted all of your effort on Breath of the Wild, and like, yeah, you got a masterpiece. Good job. People like the Switch. They're buying it. Great. What else you got? I know you got Mario. That would be super cool if Mario came out this year and was really good. Buy more factories? Could you spend some of your capital just shipping stuff? Could you make a couple of mini NES classics and SNES classics? Could you spend that money on a virtual console or something? Do you have a plan for your online infrastructure that we're going to be paying for? So what is the 3DS doing? Is that dead? Are you going to make a Paper Mario game that doesn't have shit combat in it? What are you doing? What are you doing beyond this year? And Mario. Like, we know Splatoon is coming out this great. What are you doing? So your game plan is have a game plan. I know you want to, like, minimize it and just make it about, like, one big thing, so you don't have to, like, talk about anything else. You just want to keep it simple and, like, yeah, okay, we won't blow people's minds or make them sad or whatever. We'll just show off Breath of the Wild, and then we'll show off Mario. Okay, you got anything else? I mean, that's your MO, but, like, that it? You want to fill us in on any other details? Is my Switch gonna get warped if I leave it in the dock? If I buy one, what are you doing? Why did you have Capcom make a Street Fighter 2? What are you doing, Nintendo? Get a game plan. All right, that's how each company wins. E3. I guess the PC Gamer Show is a thing, but that is no one wants that anymore. That's not a thing. Come on. Unless Valve shows up and it's like, guess what, fuckers? Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3, Half-Life 3, ba-boo-boo. HTC Vive exclusive, ba-bam, bam. Fire off the guns. They would crush it. No one would be talking about anything. Rockstar's not even going to show up, and they already know the best-selling game of this year is Red Dead. Again, they don't have to lift a finger. And you already got beat. All of you have already been defeated this fall. Why bother trying? Release your games in the summer. There's nothing coming out between, like, May and August. There's, like, one game every year that comes out between those months. Release things in those months. Like, release Mass Effect in those months. Don't release it in the beginning with fucking Horizon and Neo and Nier and Persona. What are you doing? Fucking gaming companies. Y'all piss me off. You're so dumb. God. Alright, well, that's another rant for another day. Release dates and timing. Not everyone's grandma's gonna go out and buy Dishonored 2 for their kids for Christmas. They're gonna just buy fucking Star Wars. They're gonna buy whatever. Does no one understand this? Does no one understand that no one cares about box art cover? Half these sales are digital. Ken Levine, you don't have to make your front cover for Bioshock Infinite appeal. You know what? I'm done. I'm so sick of this. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope E3 is good. I feel like E3 has just been on a real sharp decline downwards these last couple of years. in overall quality. I feel like some of the highs have been really high, but the lows have been really low. And I miss Square Enix press conferences. They were awful and hilarious. And sometimes had some Kingdom Hearts in it. So there you go. Follow me on Twitter at Jared Russo. And tune in next week for the thing I was originally gonna do. Although if you watch these in the future, I'm sure like these don't make any sense to you. The whole like when things are made and the timing of it or whatever. But at least you know this is before E3 2017. This is before that E3. So I don't know anything. I just hope that I get the stuff that I want, because this is Christmas for me. And Hanukkah, sort of rolled up in one. It's like a long Christmas, short Hanukkah. So, alright. Thanks for watching, everyone.